What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here with another Tom MacDonald reaction. This time we checking out his song Church, and it looks like we got Brandon Hart on this as well. This is, I believe, part two of the new type of different styles that Tom MacDonald was kind of diversifying in, and that's what we love to see. Or rather, I didn't like his rock one too much. I did enjoy the fact that he was, approaching all these different type of aspects and everything, because that's what you need to do to grow as an artist, because you never know when your next project's going to come from, what you're going to be inspired by. So I love to see him going down this route. Let's see what this song's got to offer. Church. Let's shut up and turn it up.
I need a short drink or a long prayer. I've been sober, but I don't care. I'm so scared of my own self. I get no help, and that's no fair. So don't go there. I've been hell and back. I got scorched hair in this Gucci cap. I got empty bottles and a million follows. I regret swallowing the Ativan. Let's be real. I resent the way that I feel. I pretend that it's cool, but I miss getting drunk, and I'm angry that God doesn't help when I kneel. I said my prayers. When I got clean, it just got worse. I quit doing drugs and I pleaded with Jesus to save me, but he didn't hear my words. The don't work, it hurts. I went to church, now I need liquid courage. Whiskey in my glass, I take the knives out of my back to stir it. Go to hell and back again, then show you burns to prove I earned it. I need shots of God to gain the strength I need. I'm just a person. I pray on my way to the liquor store that they lock the door, 'cause I'll lay in my grave if the whiskey pours like it did before. I'm scared, I send out a prayer. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? 'Cause honestly it hurts and every day's worse. I keep buying whiskey when all I need is church.
Okay, hold on, Brandon. Hold on before you start going in there. Okay. So I kind of see the direction he's kind of going with this one, right? You know what? Honestly, I never knew what Tom MacDonald's kind of a religion alignment was, and I still don't, but the way that he's kind of delivering these words, it's almost kind of like, regardless what you believe in, whether it be God, another higher power, or something, you can still relate to some of this. Now, of course, when we're talking about religion, some of the most hardest things to do is to have faith, and, like he said, he thinks that the day is going to get better, but it only gets worse. And, for you, those of you who are watching who are believers, of course, you must understand that, I always like to think of, as far as like God helping you answer your prayers, I always like to think of it as a slingshot, before God can propel you forward, very, very great forwards, you have to pull you all the way back, right? Before he releases you farther, right? Just like a slingshot, pull you all the way back. So although, what lies ahead is great, sometimes you got to go through those troubles, right? And I think a lot of that's just a matter of just building you up for what's to come, because God is not going to put more on you than you can handle. Okay. And I think that's the number one thing about having faith, is that it's all part of God's design. So while you're having all these troubles and everything, it's part of the design that helps kind of move you forward. Okay. Now, when when it comes to addiction, though, everything's not going to happen on day one. And I think that's the big, huge discouragement, is when people kind of pray and then they kind of expect instant results. And it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? You have to pray and then you have to believe that it's going to happen and then continue to live your life, right? The true reality of it is, it's not up to you to figure out how it's going to work. You just need to know that it's going to work. Okay. So very good stuff. All right. And of course, I believe he's drawing on from personal experiences, right? Like we usually always hear when it comes to Tom MacDonald songs. So, okay.
I keep buying whiskey when all I need is church. I keep talking to God, but he don't hear me. And my demons are there, always listening. I get lost in the dark, drowning in whiskey. And I went in so far, you say you miss me. I'm on a ship in a bottle, so say goodbye at the shore. Break the glass so you'll find me, I'm not who I was before. Close my eyes in the darkness and hold on through the storm. I'm a wreck in a bottle, I wasn't built for a war. Those church pews, bright lights, whiskey glasses, bottles of booze. Make short days, turn long nights. The bottle, the Bible, I didn't know what to choose. I pray on my
You know what? Dang. Brandon Hart's kind of his wordplay, right, is almost kind of like poetic in in a sense, right? I need to look up the lyrics for everything he was saying about the bottle and everything, and you guys heard it, but that was a very very interesting, nice wordplay that he had right there. I love that, and I love the energy and everything, and kind of like not necessarily energy, but the lack thereof to kind of give you that sense of suffering and pain, especially when he towards that end there where he's kind of singing underneath his voice. I absolutely love that. Um, and when he was saying, the whiskey or the Bible, which one you want to take and everything, often again when you pray and you ask for answers, if you don't get anything right, then we see that as a sign of somebody's not listening. Now, of course, we're this age, in this day and age, right, especially with society, we are obsessed with instant gratification, right? We ask for something, we want it now. And if it doesn't happen now, then we're going to try to take things into our own hands and make it happen, not knowing that that's going to cause further destruction. But that's just kind of what happens. You know what I mean? Our attention spans are shorter with instant gratification. That's why we can't sit around for like long reaction videos or anything like that unless you're like deeply kind of in tune to what's going on. Like TikTok, those stuff for like 10-second videos. We kind of get what's that word, kind of mentally conditioned to not wait for anything, instant gratification. And I think that's one of the things when it comes to alcohol and alcohol and what do you want to call it, addiction, not what do you want to call it, but alcohol addiction, is that sometimes it could be all kinds of reasons why people turn to alcohol. But one of the reasons would be to drown sorrow and instant pain, because we want that instant gratification. You know what I mean? So that was some very powerful stuff what Brandon said, man. Like I said, I need to go and look at the lyrics to make sure I understand everything he said, because I want to dissect that kind of like line by line.
The bottle, the Bible, I didn't know what to choose. I pray on my way to the liquor store that they lock the door, 'cause I'll lay in my grave if the whiskey pours like it did before. I'm scared, I send out a prayer. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? 'Cause honestly it hurts and every day's worse. I keep buying whiskey when all I need is church. I can't read, but the Bible's still with me. My eyes can't see from the bottles of whiskey. I don't believe anybody will miss me. And I'm on my knees. Tell me, God, are you listening?
That last part almost kind of almost sounds like people who kind of like struggle with depression. You know what I mean? When you say, nobody's going to miss me, I might as well, do what I need to do in order to kind of get rid of this pain and everything. This song is very this is probably, he has a lot of relatable songs, but this is definitely one of his most relatable songs, right? I feel like even if you aren't addicted to alcohol or anything like that, there might be another addiction, or it might be something that you might be able to grab onto a hold of with this song that you can relate to, right? Especially with this being kind of centered around religion and the issues of looking for some type of salvation and not being able to find it at the same time. You're battling with this addiction, which based off the lyrics is the alcohol. You know what I mean? So it's some very powerful stuff. Okay, I like this a lot.
The liquor store that they lock the door, 'cause I'll lay in my grave if the whiskey pours like it did before. I'm scared, I send out a prayer. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? 'Cause honestly it hurts and every day's worse. I keep buying whiskey when all I need is church.
I didn't necessarily hear Nova in there. I can hear her a little bit in the chorus, especially at the last end of that. I can kind of hear her high pitch coming in, but I didn't really hear much of her in there. But that's all good. It's all good. Yeah, man, I really love the message and everything. I love it when people make music like this because it helps other people who might be in the same situation as yourself know that, hey, this other person is going through the same things. Here's something to help you kind of get through your day. You know what I mean? I am interested in knowing what you guys thought about this. I'm very interested in knowing what you guys took from this. So go ahead and leave that down in the comments and I'll be sure to check that out. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.